In the midst of the sweltering summer days of Hollywood, a shocking news has left fans and the media stunned. Tony McGill, an Irish businessman and the legal husband of famous actress Caitriona Balfe, has unexpectedly filed a lawsuit against her over serious disputes related to divorce proceedings. The case was first announced by The Hollywood Report, citing legal documents filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court on the morning of July 4. Accordingly, Tony McGill accused Caitriona Balfe of not only violating the terms of the prenuptial agreement, but also of deliberately concealing assets and income during the post-divorce property division process. This is a real shock to fans of the Outlander star, because just a few months ago, Caitriona and Tony still appeared together at some charity events in Dublin, Ireland, creating the image of a peaceful and happy family. However, according to close sources, their marriage has actually been on the rocks for nearly a year now. In a lawsuit of more than 25 pages, Tony McGill asked the court to review all of their joint assets worth tens of millions of US dollars, including real estate in Los Angeles, joint bank accounts and especially investment shares in media companies for which Caitriona Balfe is the legal representative. Another shocking detail in the lawsuit is that Tony McGill asserted that, during the time the two were legally married, Caitriona Balfe had repeatedly used joint assets to pay for expenses related to personal trips, including public events and private trips with co-stars. Although not named, many people quickly thought of Sam Heughan, a close co-star, who has also been involved in love rumors with Caitriona for many years. In response to the above allegations, Caitriona Balfe, through her representative lawyer, issued an official statement on the same afternoon. Ms. Balfe deeply regrets that her personal issues have been made public and become a topic of discussion. She completely denies Mr. McGill's baseless accusations and will work with legal agencies to protect her legal rights. A source close to Caitriona also revealed that the root cause of this breakup was not related to any third party, but mainly stemmed from irreconcilable differences in views on life and work. Caitriona, with her increasingly successful career in Hollywood and dense film projects, has difficulty spending time with her family. Meanwhile, Tony McGill, a private businessman, wants a more stable and private life in Ireland. However, many in the industry still cannot help but ask, is Sam Heughan really just a co-star, or has he accidentally become the catalyst that led to the end of this marriage? For a long time, the closeness between Sam and Caitriona has always been the focus of attention for Outlander fans, especially when the two do not hesitate to give each other compliments and affectionate actions on stage or behind the scenes. Currently, the first hearing between Tony McGill and Caitriona Balfe is scheduled for late July in Los Angeles. According to legal experts, this lawsuit could last for months due to cross-border property disputes and complex financial terms. The Irish media, the home country of both, is also closely following every development. Some articles have called it the most scandalous divorce in Irish showbiz in a decade, and are concerned that Caitriona Balfe's elegant, model image will be severely damaged if the financial and breach of prenup allegations are proven. On the fan side, the reaction is divided. Some still support Caitriona and believe she is the victim of a calculated legal battle. But many also criticize the actress, saying she has been dishonest and too absorbed in the Hollywood spotlight that she has forgotten her family responsibilities. For the time being, Caitriona Balfe continues to work on the final season of Outlander and new film projects. She has not made any personal statements other than the statement from her lawyer. The legal battle between Tony McGill and Caitriona Balfe has only just begun, but public opinion has predicted that this will be one of the most ink-consuming divorces in Hollywood this year, possibly even leaving long-term consequences for both their careers and public images. Meanwhile, Sam Heughan, the character suspected of being the unknown in this story, has not spoken out. But with his history of wise silence, many believe that he will continue to keep a safe distance and stay away from noise that does not belong to him. The only thing that is certain at this time is that a beautiful love that seemed to last forever has officially ended, leaving behind regret and countless unanswered questions. However, the story does not end there. After the news of the lawsuit was spread, some anonymous sources from the European entertainment industry revealed more surprising details about the tense marriage between Tony McGill and Caitriona Balfe in recent years. According to a longtime friend of Tony, the businessman once felt lost and lonely in his own marriage. Caitriona Balfe, since achieving great success with Outlander, has been increasingly caught up in busy schedules, long business trips and social relationships in Hollywood. Tony, who always wanted a simple and private life, seemed unable to keep up with his wife's flashy lifestyle. This friend also shared, "Tony is not the type of person who likes noise." He loved Caitriona because of her sincerity and simplicity in the early days. But when the spotlight was on her, everything started to change. He felt left behind. According to court documents, Tony also mentioned that the two had tried to reconcile many times but failed. They had attended marriage counseling for nearly a year, but differences in life goals, parenting views and future plans caused all efforts to come to a standstill. Another detail that caused a stir in the media was that Tony McGill requested joint custody of his son Louis, the child whose biological father had been repeatedly speculated by the public. Meanwhile, Caitriona Balfe requested exclusive custody, citing the reason of ensuring stability and the best environment for her son. The custody battle could be the next flashpoint in the legal dispute between the two. In the midst of the lawsuit, Sam Heughan, Caitriona Balfe's close co-star, suddenly posted a cryptic post on social media. In it, he wrote, "No one knows the truth except the people involved. Don't judge until you understand the whole story." This short but meaningful status immediately caused a storm online, as thousands of fans thought Sam was implicitly defending Caitriona, while others criticized him for interfering in her family's private affairs. However, there are also neutral opinions that it is the fame and harsh cycle of Hollywood that have contributed to the erosion of the relationship between Caitriona and Tony. When one person constantly lives among stages, red carpets and international photo shoots, while the other just wants a simple life with family and old friends, the distance between them is inevitable. Many social critics say that Caitriona and Tony's divorce is not only their own tragedy but also reflects a sad reality in the entertainment industry. Fame and passion for their career are sometimes traded for simple family values. As for Caitriona, despite being under pressure from public opinion and the law, she still appears professionally on set, continuing to complete the final scenes of Outlander. Her close friends said that the actress is trying to maintain her composure and focus on her work, while preparing for upcoming court sessions. According to experts' predictions, if a settlement is not reached, the lawsuit between Tony McGill and Caitriona Balfe could last until the end of this year, or even early next year. The figures for property division, child custody, and post-divorce expenses could amount to tens of millions of dollars, not to mention the mental damage and public image of both. However, fans still hope that, after all the arguments and storms, Caitriona Balfe and Tony McGill can find a civilized agreement, keeping for each other the beautiful memories of a time of love, instead of letting the breakup become an endless war in the newspapers. The love story that once made many people admire is now at risk of ending in bitterness and tears. But perhaps that is the price to pay for choosing a famous life and irreconcilable passions.